Hello and welcome to the very first Exposure TV of 2014 with Sophie
and Rebecca. Live from the University of South Wales Atrium campus, Exposure is a student-run TV station by third-year media production students along with members of the performance and media and set design courses. We will be bringing you lots of entertainment news and so much more throughout the next week.
We have got so much coming up for you today, celebrating the launch of Exposure 2014. So here's what we've got coming up in the next hour. In today's first dose of Exposure, we will be looking at life after graduation and speaking to alumni of the university. We will also be introducing our charity partnerships.
In the second half of today's show, it will be a health and fitness special, so make sure you keep tuned in for all those tips on how to get the perfect summer body. We will be following a day in the life of an amateur MMA fighter, Ryan Morgan, have an exclusive interview with Thomas Hicks, nutritionist and bodybuilder, and be following a British Championship contestant, weightlifter Penny Pearson, and also a sports interview with Ospreys rugby player Tom Haberfield. If you can't wait, head on over to our Facebook page to get a sneak preview of today's show.
We're also joined today with our hub presenter, Charlotte, who will be keeping you updated with all the latest news and keeping you interacted throughout the show.
Yes, thanks Rebecca. I'm really looking forward to seeing everything that Exposure has for us today, and I'm even more excited to hear from all of you at home. You can find us on Facebook by searching Exposure Radio and TV, or on Twitter and Instagram at ExposureUSW. Seeing as we're celebrating the launch of the first show, we'll be using the hashtag ExposureLaunch as a way to get in touch, and I'll try my very best to get your comments read out throughout the show. We've got so much more exciting things coming up in the hub today. I'll be hosting a presenter challenge, so be prepared you two. And also be taking a look at my visit to Cardiff Ski Centre recently. And we'll be reminiscing some of those favourite films from us 90 kids.
No one told me about a presenter challenge, but if it's anything to do with the fitness theme, then luckily I've had some practice in. So keep an eye out for my fitness tips later on in the show. Now, as we're approaching the end of the year, a lot of us worry about the stress of finding a job once we graduate.
I went out to see what some of the third year's plans were once graduating, and also caught up with a fellow alumni, Jess Magnus from Keep Wales Tidy. It's that time of year again when in just a few months a whole new set of fresh-faced graduates will be unleashed into the real world to start their new careers. But unfortunately, it is never that easy, and leaving education behind, you will be faced with a whole new set of challenges. I'm here at the University of South Wales to find out what the current third years have planned for after they graduate.
After graduation, I am working for a while to save up some money, and then I'm going to go travelling around Europe and then try and find a job somewhere.
After graduation, we're going to start our own business. We're going to property development, buy some houses.
Yeah, buy some houses and then try and do some acting work.
I have a job lined up in a hospital. It's a pre-registration year, so I've got that for you.
I met up with Jess Magnus, who graduated the University of South Wales almost 4 years ago. Now working at Keep Wales Tidy, I wanted to find out what her biggest challenge was once she had graduated.
Well, I think the competition more than anything. Obviously, you're not graduating on your own, you graduate with a lot of other people in the same sector all wanting to do the same job.
What has been the best thing to happen to you since you finished uni?
The best thing, I worked very hard for it, but I was offered my job and I was offered a promotion in my first job after uni within 8 weeks. So I started my role, I thoroughly enjoyed it and loved the company that I was working for. And then one day I had a lovely letter off my boss saying, we'd like to promote you. So I think, you know, your hard work it really pays off. And then since then I've been able to grow on my skills and sort of stay in communications and journalism, which is where I'm from.
If you could give new graduates one piece of advice, what would it be?
It would be to get yourself out there and to not be defeated. It's really difficult with the way that things are at the moment. There's cuts everywhere, jobs are going, and also you're not going to get the job that you want straight off. And I think if you accept that and you're happy to work for it, you will get there. It's amazing how many contacts and the people you'll meet doing a job that isn't intended, you know, you didn't intend to do. So I would just suggest that you go for it. If there's a job that will keep you in an area that you want to be, or will keep you close to the studios you want to work in, or you've got to go for it. And just continue to work hard, because the 3 years is a long time and it's a lot of work. But don't stop there, you know, keep it going, and it's just an extension of uni, and you can achieve what you want to achieve.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, if you're a football fan, I'm sure you will comment on what's gone wrong and how the Bluebirds have turned red.
Now, I don't know much about football myself, but even I could tell you don't put a team called Bluebirds in red.
We sent out reporter Blaine out into the streets of Cardiff this morning to find out exactly what you guys thought. Will they be able to pull off the great escape against Newcastle on Saturday?
So after Cardiff City's recent disappointing result against Sunderland, they now face Newcastle this Saturday. And since the recent change to red, Vincent Tan has been under some serious scrutiny from the fans. So what's gone wrong for the Bluebirds? Can they pull out a win this Saturday?
No, I don't think so. Sorry, nah, no chance.
What's gone wrong for the Bluebirds since they changed to red?
Well, it doesn't really make any sense calling them the Bluebirds anymore, and they've lost a lot of fans from it.
What do you think about the recent change to wearing red?
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
My family don't like it at all.
Do you think City can pull off a win this weekend?
Hell yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they can always do it. You know, it'll be awesome to get up into the Premiership with the big teams. Yeah. You know, it'd be awesome to see. Swansea have done it, the Blues will do it, as far as I'm concerned.
Can Cardiff City win this weekend?
No.
Absolutely not, no.
No chance.
Can Cardiff win this Saturday?
Definitely.
Yeah. And what's your views on Vincent Tan?
Well, I think if we get rid of him, go back to blue, we'll be okay.
Can Cardiff win this Saturday?
No, definitely not.
How come? Why?
Because they've gone really
And do you think anything's gone seriously wrong since they changed their kit?
Well, it was a big mistake as far as I'm concerned, changing their kit.
Doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it don't. You know, at the end of the day, it's the Bluebirds, not the Dragon Bluebirds.
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
It makes
yeah.
sense. But yeah, I think they can do it myself.
So we've witnessed a mixture of opinions from the Cardiff fans, most agreeing on their distaste for the change of colour, but one thing is certain, there's a lot riding on this Newcastle match. Come on, Bluebirds.
I quite like the name Dragon Bluebirds. I think it might catch on, maybe.
Maybe.
Don't know. And now something a little different, which most of you won't know anything about. We managed to follow a day in the life of James Isaac, who restores tractors and enters unique farming competitions. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Jamie Isaac. I work in a transport company. I am 21 and I live in Groesfane. My job includes basic maintenance on, well, any and all of the vehicles, cars, lorries, tractors. Well, today actually wasn't a kind of typical working day. Me and my father were attending a ploughing match in Ogmore, along with a couple of other members in the club. A ploughing match is where, well, we're a group of enthusiasts go and you're each given a plot of 15 metres wide and 75 metres long, and you're set to plough the plot in whatever style of ploughing suits the ground. We were up about 6, getting, I had to unload the ploughs. We had to just run a bit of grease around them, run a bit of grease over the boards and the discs, make sure they were, ready to go. And we loaded them up then on our lorry and made sure they're all secure, strapped them down, that kind of thing, strap over the ploughs. Then we were about 40 minutes in getting down to Ogmore, down to the field where the ploughing match was held, and that's where the ploughing match started. We had a bit of breakfast, and when we were, told to get on with the ploughing. finished up then and trucked them back on the lorry, strapped them down. Headed back to the yard then. Once we arrived home, we parked the 2 lorries up and parked the tractors away and then in the house then for a bit of dinner.
Well, that looks like a lot of hard work. I didn't even realise there was such things as ploughing matches, did you?
No, and didn't know that so much went into ploughing.
No, I didn't either. Well, now let's head on over to Charlotte to see what you guys have been saying.
Yes, plenty of people have been in touch. First of all, Richard Queer from Sheep FM has said, good luck to the Exposure USW guys kicking off their first live TV show today. Remember guys, you're on TV, so don't pick your nose. #top tip. I think that's aimed at Rebecca. Kev Johns Camry, MBE actor, has tweeted us saying, good luck to the Exposure USW team for day 1 of Exposure Live. And also, Hugh from the BBC has got in touch, Hugh Edwards. He's our latest follower on Twitter. Absolutely amazing. It's great to have him on board. And also, Gwyneth Jane has got in touch saying, watching Exposure USW on the sly at work. Can't believe it's been a year since I was in the same position. Well, I really hope we're doing you proud, and tweet in because it might be me reading out your comment later on in the show.
Thanks, Charlotte. It's great to know that Hugh Edwards has got behind us. We do love to hear from everyone at home, so keep those messages coming in. As previously mentioned, Exposure will be supporting various charities this year with your help. We decided to choose charities close to home that have a direct impact on our community here in Cardiff. For more information on our charities, head on over to our Facebook page where we'll be introducing the first charity after the break, so stay tuned.
Situated in the heart of Cardiff, Roath Botanic Gardens is a great day out for all. Take a stroll around the park or even a run. Walk around and be sure to visit the rockery, rose gardens and conservatories to see nature at its best. Bring along the children to enjoy a great day out in the playground. Sit back, relax and enjoy the sunshine here at Roath Botanic Gardens.
Once upon a time, there was a magical shop in the heart of Cardiff where children of all ages loved to come and play. And that place was called Hamley's, so come and have a play in the finest toy shop in the world. We've got lots to see and do. Come play with the turbo twisters, come watch the helicopters fly, and come cuddle our bears. So if you want to come and play, pop down to Cardiff St David's Centre, where Hamley's lives today.
Welcome to the National Museum Cardiff. Entry is completely free and the museum relies on visitors' donations to maintain and expand this wonderful place. Take an amazing journey from the very beginnings of time to the present day. Here you can discover art, archaeology, natural history and geology.
Welcome back. We hope that you've enjoyed the first part of Exposure TV, and we have so much more coming up later. But first, let's introduce our first charity partnership, Friends of the Dogs at Cardiff Dogs Home.
Hi, my name's Susie James. I'm the chairperson of the Friends of the Dogs volunteer group. I am everybody's willing slave, especially the dogs. We set up the volunteer group 2.5 years ago to help the staff in Cardiff Dogs Home, that's our local authority pound, look after the dogs, to give them enrichment, to walk them, exercise them, and help them find their forever homes. We are entirely volunteer based. We don't take expenses, none of us get paid. We do this for the love of dogs. One of the things that we feel really strongly is these dogs in this pound, they weren't bred by the council, they don't belong to the council, they've come from people who live in Cardiff. They belong to all of us, they're all of our responsibility. And one of the things that we really want to try really hard to do is bring people back in to support these dogs and help them back into their forever homes. Anybody can contribute, even if people often say, oh, I'd love to help, but you can't walk a dog? You can share our dogs on Facebook. Do you mean, but I can't give you money? You can support our shows, you can come and give us a couple of hours, you can bake cakes for us. There's always something that somebody can do. There is no but. Whatever you can do, whatever your ability, whatever your age, there's something that you can do to help us help the dogs. Social media is far and away the most valuable tool we've got. It's free and it enables us to take pictures of the dogs, put a bit of story on them and show them to up to 20,000 people at a time in Cardiff. It's the sort of vehicle that everybody uses to keep up with what's going on, what's going around. Our Facebook likes have crept up monumentally certainly over the past 12 months, and the support that people feel for our dogs, it's very evident through the comments and the likes and the shares that we get. In terms of fundraising, our big aim is to rebuild or refurbish the kennels here. We've got a core team of fundraisers who go out and do shows, events, meets and greets. They'll sometimes stand outside Pets at Home with a couple of our dogs for hours on end in weather like this, shaking rattle tins. But basically every penny counts. If somebody gives us 50 pence for the dogs, that'll go either into our kennel fund, into our veterinary fund, or for the enrichment fund. In September 2013, we started the Wakey Wakey Walkers group. The idea was when people come down to see a dog, now bear in mind they're in a kennel, they're in a concrete kennel. There's noises, there's sounds, there's smells that they're not familiar with. And one of the things that really helps keep a dog stress-free and calm is exercise. So we set up the Wakey Walkers group with the aim of getting every single dog that can be walked out for a nice walk between the hours of 8 o'clock and 10:30. So when the home opens at 10:30, visitors can come along, the dogs will have been walked, they'll have been toileted, that's so important. As I say, these are not wild animals. They really don't like toileting in their kennels. And just to give them the opportunity to have a toilet break first thing in the morning, it means so much to them. Anybody can come and help. We've got youngsters that come, they have to come with a responsible adult. We've got adults with learning difficulties, we've got adults that are partially sighted, we've got wheelchair users. There's always going to be a way that you can spend time with our dogs to enrich their lives. These dogs come in with nothing, not a name, not a collar, nothing at all.
I've never had a dog, have you?
I haven't, no, but I think definitely after that, after seeing that, I think I want to...
Well, I've always sort of thought that I maybe want a dog.
I think it'd be the exercise of me, like taking it out every day. I just feel like I'd be a bit...
The company, the love. I've got a cat, but he doesn't seem to
No, my
like
cat's
anyone.
the laziest cat you will ever meet.
But if you were a dog lover and you're living here in Cardiff, I definitely think you should sign up for the Wakey Walkers volunteer group. All you have to do is offer 2 hours of your time a week. I know I will be.
It's really sad. I never thought about people blaming the council for the problems we hear in dog pounds, when in fact it's the people in our community that put them there. But hopefully at Exposure we can help the dogs along by doing some fundraising for them. Get liking Friends of the Dogs on Facebook and tweet in any fundraisers you can think of.
Now, to begin our health and fitness special, we meet Penny Pearson. She has uniquely turned weightlifting into more than just a sport. Let's see what makes her so different.
My name is Penny. I first got into CrossFit, but after doing some competitions, I broke my foot, so I had no idea what to do with myself. So I decided to do some barbell work. I went to a barbell class down Cardiff and got spotted and asked if I wanted to do a competition. After I did my competition, I qualified for the Welsh. I worked really hard in barbell, gave up CrossFit, and then I managed to qualify for the British, so currently training to do that right now. I go to like up mountains, derelict buildings, places full of graffiti, a bit more artsy and more modern than the average gym. I decided to take some pictures. It got some interest on Instagram, so therefore I thought, oh, this is a really good idea to get some advertisement of lifting. And I managed to get some spotted by some companies, and now they send me some t-shirts. So now I go out and do some lifting with their brands, and they use it for their main websites. I've now got like lots of followers on Instagram who follow me and like tell me where to go, send me t-shirts. I've got stuff from America. I've literally just had a supplement company ask me from America to advertise their supplements. So it's doing quite well, to be honest. I take my training really seriously. I train every single day, even if it's just going for a light jog as an active recovery. I travel to Newport for a specialised weightlifting course. It's about 2 hours long, but it gets me the coaching I need. I also do other gyms as well, just working on like sprints, box jumps, working on that explosive movements, which help me with my lifting as well. It's very time consuming. I don't really have a life anymore at all. I don't drink, which is a bit rubbish now, and my diet is chicken, rice and veg. So I'm living the life of a 24-year-old. And I feel like not enough children are getting into like unusual sports like weightlifting. There's such a calling. Like, I'm not going to last forever. I'm probably getting arthritis already. So I need someone to take my place. I'm actually quite tall and lanky. So even though it's a disadvantage for me in my lifting, I work around it. And well, I can't squat to save my life, but I can still lift. So I think it's very stereotyped that you have to be short and muscly and fat. I'm by far not any of that, and I can still lift really well and do well with what I'm doing. I've made it to the British. Chances of going to the European, see what happens, but maybe in a couple of years anyway, not right now, but yeah, keep going for it.
She looks like she's actually been really successful in that. I think, would you ever give weightlifting a go, do you think?
I tried. My housemate, she loves it. She's been starting doing it recently. Yeah. And I tried to give it a go in the gym and I failed miserably.
I think I'd probably drop something on my toe or something.
I did. So.
I think we've actually managed to take a look at Penny's Instagram over in the hub.
Yes, that's right. Penny has over 3,800 followers on Instagram, so she's doing extremely well there. And it's easy to see why. Check out this stunning photo of her weightlifting in a field of flowers during a sunset as well. That just proves that you don't have to stare at a cold-looking gym wall during exercise. This is a nice one too. She's on the rocks near the beach and staring out into the open water. How amazing does that look? Now, if you're going to put yourself through the paces, you might as well have a nice view. And finally, my personal favourite of them all, this beauty. Basically, she was doing her stretches before lifting, and these three turned up to help her motivate. I think there's a donkey, a horse, and, well, I'm not really sure what the third one is, but it looks like something, a cross between a cow and a donkey. Let's go with a conky. Anyway, the animals did attempt the weights, which resulted in one wonky donkey. The horse is also injured, but thankfully now in a stable condition. Sorry, guys. Speaking of being wonky, I recently tested my balance when I took a trip to Cardiff Ski Centre. So if, like Poppy, you're looking for an alternative way of getting fit, you might want to check this out. Here's what I got on.
Just 10 minutes from the city centre is Cardiff's very own ski and snowboard centre. Built back in 1969, this was one of Britain's very first dry ski slopes. In the mid-1980s, the centre was taken over by the governing body Snow Sports Cymru Wales. Not only did this mean a new management for them, but they also extended the slope, now standing at a very impressive 100 metres. Every instructor is nationally qualified, CRB checked, first aid certified, and even more importantly, they're all unique characters that share a major passion for the sport. So today I've come to meet one of those characters. Centre Manager Veronica Lomacher is an instructor, and she's here to help us find out what the increasingly popular snow sports have to offer. I noticed there's a few ramps on the slope outside.
The ramps, they've actually came with the start of Cardiff Snowboard Club.
Okay.
They meet every Sunday from 6 till 8 o'clock, 8:30. And they've done a couple of events here at the slope. So if anyone is up for a freestyle event, we can take those out and
I'll be putting my name down for that. I think I'll need a few more practice sessions. What about students? Do you do any student advantages?
Yeah, we do have student discount on recreational practice and our group sessions that come down and they reserve the slope and they get instructors and it's then discounted for them through university.
What are the benefits that snowboarding has in terms of fitness and things like that?
Well, you definitely have, not just the physical but also the mental side. So psychologically and mentally, I think if you're snowboarding, you become more confident and more social and a bit more aware of yourself. And physically, it's definitely your balance and just the core strength, flexibility as well.
Yeah. What advice would you give somebody who is thinking about taking up skiing or snowboarding but are quite scared of falling over and hurting themselves?
Oh, just calm down and have a go. We do cover all of the ways how to fall, how to not fall. And really, if you do follow our instruction, we obviously try to take the best care.
Yeah.
It is sport, so things will happen and accidents do happen. That's a natural part of it. We do advise people to wear helmets. They must wear long sleeve shine, long trousers and gloves. Don't be afraid, and if you're afraid, come and tell us and we'll make sure we adjust the lesson.
Do you ski, Sophie?
I do actually. I've been a couple of times, but it was a long time ago when I was in school. What about you?
I actually went a couple of weeks ago. I've still got a bit of the tan.
Where did you go? Anywhere nice?
Yeah, I went in France in the Alps with my family.
I'm really jealous now.
I
really miss skiing.
It's really sunny.
So would you say you're a bit of a professional at it? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, it's time for another ad break. Coming up after the break, we have an exclusive interview with Thomas Hicks from Hicks Nutrition. So if you haven't had any lunch yet, you may want to hang on. See you in 2.
Sexy, wonderful. Something special, 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 sexy, wonderful. So you're standing there, I wanted you to be my baby.
Come and experience tea like you never have before. Just pop down to Queen's Arcade in Cardiff, where we will work with you to create your perfect drink. Join the bubble revolution. Just find us on Facebook and Twitter.
What is Exposure TV?
Fun. Fresh. Educational.
Entertaining.
Current.
Topical.
Creative.
And new.
Who's Exposure for?
You. You.
You.
You.
You.
You. You.
You.
You.
Exposure TV!
Welcome back to Exposure TV. We are joined now with the founder of Hicks Nutrition. Thanks for joining us today, Tom.
Thanks for having me.
Now, before we dive into business, let's first learn about a bit about you. How did you establish Hicks Nutrition?
Well, basically, when I started, when I finished university, sort of lots of my peers were sort of asking me for dietary advice and sort of asked me nutritional plans. So I thought, you know, why not set up a business? I thought it'd be a great opportunity, especially, you know, where the fitness industry at the moment is sort of on the up, and lots of people are getting involved with the health and fitness lifestyle. So I thought I'd take it while I could.
So you've always been quite you've always led a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, you know, I'm a competitive natural bodybuilder, and it's sort of, it comes with, you know, eating healthy is, you know, day to day. It's not sort of, it's a lifestyle for me. It's not like following a plan for 8 weeks and then going back to sort of bad eating habits as such, you know. It's making like lifestyle changes.
So you have said you're a bodybuilder because I think our producer may have got some sneaky photos to share with our Exposure viewers.
So how important do you think health and fitness is nowadays?
I think it's very important. I think eating a healthy, balanced diet and leading an active lifestyle can sort of help be used as a tool to sort of prevent medical conditions such as obesity, diabetes, which is definitely on the up. I think it's great as well, you know, to be physically active because you feel good about yourself. You know, boosts self-confidence. You can bring people closer together, and I think improves the quality of life. And also, thinking into the future, it can sort of allow you to live for longer, really, as well.
Yeah, well, you say obesity and things like diabetes are on the rise, but maybe there's an obsession coming with going to the gym and bulking up. Do you think there's an obsession in that?
Yeah, I
now?
definitely think, you know, a lot of people are becoming obsessed with it. They're constantly trying to better themselves, but I think sometimes, like, with the society sort of puts a pressure on people to look a certain way. And I think some people take it too far and they sort of end up sacrificing their health in order to do so. So I think sometimes they should just take a step back and think, setting themselves realistic goals rather than trying to cram everything in within, say, 8 weeks. You know, you see the photos in the magazines, the transformation pictures, and sort of, I think sometimes they can be a bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
And sort of people tend to get pushed then into that mentality of doing things extremely, which don't tend to be in it for the long term, you know?
Like
yeah,
going
definitely.
to the gym every day,
yeah,
using protein.
I think, sorry,
like
go on.
Sorry.
I was going to say, yeah, I think if people are like just following those like sort of diets you see in magazines, as soon as they do start going back to their, you know, normal diet, they do suppose put the weight back on. But do you have any tips for our viewers on how to get healthy this summer?
What I'd probably suggest as a starting point actually is to sort of maybe look online, go onto the British Dietetic Association and sort of have a look at the basics of nutrition and start reading into, you know, like what are carbohydrates, what are proteins, what are fats, that type of thing. Have a look at portion control, you know, and I think like try and maybe go and speak to a dietitian or just to get sort of a baseline to sort of work from. And then maybe sort of with the training, I think you should, if you go to a gym, go and speak to a personal trainer who's qualified and get them to show you how to perform the basic movements correctly, because that way then you're going to reduce the risk of getting injured, and also you'll tend to progress a lot quicker than what you would just by going in and guessing. But I'd always suggest to try and get your nutrition in place before you actually go to the gym, because a lot of people grind themselves down in the gym from day to day and never really get the results they want because they're not eating correctly.
So it's a long process. It's not just going to be a quick fix.
Exactly.
That's the important part of it.
Sustainable, lifelong goals. It's, you know, it's not short term.
I think we actually had some trouble getting the pictures up earlier, so we're just going to put them back up for the viewers to see.
Yeah, I think we have them now. Oh wow! So when were these taken?
These were actually taken back in 2010. I competed I'm a natural competitive bodybuilder. I competed up in not Yorkshire, it was Sheffield, that competition. Yeah, and I managed to win. So
well done.
Yeah, so I've got another competition lined up now in the next 9 to 10 weeks, which will be held in Taunton. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm in preparation for it right now. So
is it you have to really specially prep for those sort of events?
Yeah, you know, it's sort of, people say like it's an 8-week or 12-week diet, but it's like, again, it's a lifestyle, and sort of, you know, you structure your plan for the year, so to basically peak at that day, on the day. So at the moment it's sort of maintaining all the muscle that you sort of built, and then reducing the body fat right the way down to the point where you're conditioned enough to win effectively.
Thank you very much for coming in to see us today,
thank you
and
very
it's been
much.
really informative.
Yeah,
really,
best
I
of
never knew
luck
anything
with
about
your
that.
next competition.
But don't go anywhere, Tom, because I'll be needing you. Oh, sorry, Charlotte will be needing you to help with the judging presenting the presenters challenge later. Sorry.
But next up, we're going to take a look at the day in the life of an amateur MMA fighter. This is a good one.
Woken up in the morning, and to kickstart the day I have a protein shake with oats in. This is because the body has been starved through the night and needs this protein, and oats is a very good slow release of energy. Don't get me wrong, I prefer an all-day breakfast, but I'd be very bloated for training and I wouldn't lose any weight. I'm gonna go get changed now and head off to the gym. Yeah, just on the way to training, it takes about 20-25 minutes to get there. There's really not enough days in the week to train, and you know, especially with a full-time job and being a father. Mixed martial arts is my passion. I watch it religiously on TV, and I have realistic goals in which I'd like to, you know, accomplish, you know, before I settle down and take up golf. I'm a mixed martial arts fighter. Currently hold record of 3 wins and 1 loss. I'm also 1 win in K1 kickboxing, and I'm Welsh grapple champion, white belt and blue belt category 2 years running. And I've just finished up a private session with my coach Liv Long. It was quite grueling. I hadn't done one for a few weeks. But I've got a K1 fight coming up in 4 weeks' time, so it's time to put in the hard work. I wish it was around the way it was now when I was 18, because I think I could have got a lot further, but obviously it's more of my hobby now, which I take very seriously, and I hope to achieve a few goals before I hang up my gloves, to say. The next year, just compete as much as possible. Anything, grappling, wrestling, boxing, take anything, and I was looking to turn pro in 2015, and I really want to go after some titles and hopefully win some Welsh and British titles. That's my plan, and you know, I told my daughter I'd win her a belt, and that's what I'm going to do.
So have you done anything like that before then, Bex?
Well, my boyfriend and his friend took me to the gym. Well, they taught me how to use the punch bag for like a minute, and it was so hard.
I can imagine how hard that'd be.
Yeah.
Leave that to them.
Yeah.
I know I can't see many people wanting to swap lives with Ryan and living a day in his life. Now we're going to join Charlotte in the hub to discuss the most loved films by us 90s children. Now, if you weren't born in the 90s, perhaps you were a parent, auntie or uncle, brother or sister, someone who was. Anyway, whatever relation you are to the 90s, I'm sure you'll remember some of these.
Thanks, Sophie. Now, I've had the difficult job of narrowing it down to a mere 5 reviews. Starting off, there is the review from The Lion King. It was made in 1994, and theatrical musical adaptations are still being made today, as I think its success speaks for itself, really. It scores a high 5 rating in IMDb and also won 2 Oscars. Have you both seen The Lion King?
Oh, The Lion King, yeah. Sorry.
What are your favourite bits of the film?
I haven't seen it on stage, actually,
Oh
but
my gosh.
I think everyone's had the Disney version when they were younger.
Yes, Lion King is probably my most favourite Disney film ever, and I've seen it on stage as well, and it's absolutely incredible. Definitely, I would definitely recommend anyone who loves The Lion King to go and see it on stage if they can.
Yeah, I think I still have it on video, but I don't think I've got the video player, so it's not very good. Anyway, next up is Mrs. Doubtfire. Now, this is an absolute classic. I don't know anybody who doesn't love it. It's not as high in the IMDb ratings though, coming in at 6.8, but it still did win an Oscar. So what's your favourite scene in Mrs. Doubtfire?
If I'm honest, I don't think I've ever seen the film the whole way through.
All I know is that it's got the girl from Matilda in, Owen Robin Williams.
I can't.
And Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, see, I have no idea. I
know who's
literally
in it.
don't think I've seen that film the whole way through. How bad is that?
Apparently we need to though.
Yeah.
That is shocking. You should watch it all the way through. It's brilliant. I then got on my list Jurassic Park. Now, if you're anything like me, I begged my parents to take me, and it was only rated a PG, but I don't think I slept for months. It came in with a high 8 rating from the IMDb, so well done, Jurassic Park.
Can't do Jurassic Park.
No, the dinosaurs scare me.
Still can't now.
Is it dinosaurs in there?
Yes.
Yeah, dinosaurs scare me.
Well, a timeless classic, which I bet you'll still watch every Christmas. Any guesses?
I think I know what
I
this
think I
one's
know
gonna
what this
be,
one is as well.
Home Alone. Now, keep the change, you filthy animal. Presenters, what are your responses for that film?
Sorry, I absolutely love Home Alone.
Yep, I watch it every Christmas and any time throughout the year
Yeah.
because I grew up with it. I love it.
I just think it's comedy gold.
Yep.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It is.
It just isn't Christmas without it. And that scored a 7.4. I thought it would have been higher though. And finally, 4 Green Animals. Ringing any bells, guys? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It had 6.7 rating from IMDb, but I bet they're all recent reviews. Now, if we didn't have our dial-up broadband back then I'm sure the online ratings would be much higher. As they're even doing a remake, actually. It's due to be released at the end of the summer next year and stars the absolute gorgeous Megan Fox. So get tweeting in, guys. Your best 90s movies with your reviews is what I want, and we'll post them up on our Facebook page later on. Now, ladies, take a seat, because next up we've got to heard it through the grapevine, and following on from the film and theatre reviews, some of these are hilarious. That didn't make sense.
Hey, how's Jurassic Park? How's Jurassic Park? How's Jurassic Park, sir?
Pinch of salt.
Ah!
It's hot in here. Yes! Hello!
I love vines.
They were actually really funny. I think my favourite one was the first one though.
Yeah, the baby.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I must admit, my guilty pleasure is Trashy Mags. I love finding out all the latest entertainment news from them, but all I've been reading about the past few days is celebrity bikini bodies and weight gain stories. So, like in this one here, what was the first one that I read? Oh, it's all about the Kardashians' bottom, which I will go into later.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
This one here, you've got celeb body secrets. I think I want to find out some of these body secrets.
Yeah, this one has
I need
slimming
to lose a bit of weight.
recipes. So already on 3 magazines, we've got 3 things about slimming down, and in fact, this one has Too Fat to Fly. It's all about bodies, body images.
Everything is about bodies. Everywhere you go, you cannot get away from it.
Yeah. Well, it's time for an ad break, but before that, let's take a look at my top tips for getting fit at home. The entertainment world seems to be obsessed with celebrities losing and gaining weight. There's always something about the size of Kim Kardashian's bottom or Kerry Katona's most drastic weight loss. Fortunately, for everyday people like you and me, we don't have the paparazzi following us round to tell the world if we've gained a few pounds. Maybe on one too many Easter eggs? But that doesn't give us an excuse to sit around and do nothing all day. So I'm here to tell you ways to get your body ready for summer, without even leaving the comfort of your own home. There are great exercises that you can do, like squats, sit-ups, leg lifts, tricep dips, and the plank. But if none of those quite take your fancy, how about something a bit more interesting? Yoga is a great way to burn fat, strengthen your core, and tone up. You can find tutorials on YouTube for beginners, like me, intermediates, or experts. Or how about bringing the pace up a bit with some Zumba? The dance fitness program created in the 90s combines many styles of music, from Latin to pop, for a fun hour workout. The internet is full of great workout ideas, so there's really no excuse to get those bodies ready for summer.
Welcome to the Student Union. Located at the rear of the atrium, here you can find many different facilities to suit your needs. Whether you fancy food and a drink, you can enjoy a full English in the morning, a panini for lunch, or sausage and mash for dinner. We have a wide variety for you to choose from. You can also knuckle down with your uni work, or simply socialise with your friends over a game of pool. The SU has it for you. You can also find a shop stocked with a variety of student essentials, from stationery to snacks and drinks on the go, to university jumpers for those cold winter nights and t-shirts for those warm summer days, all at bargain prices. Don't forget any opening times, so why not come on down to the SU?
Welcome back to Exposure TV. Unfortunately, we are nearing the end of today's show, but don't worry, there will be another dose of exposure at 3. Now we've got the long-awaited presenter challenge.
And an interview with Ospreys rugby player Tom Haberfield. But first up, we caught up with Georgie Gulliford at Cardiff Ice Rink.
Hello, I'm George Guilford and I'm 15 from South Wales. I started when I was 8, so I've been skating 8 years. I started because of my older sister and we watched a movie, Ice Princess. It takes a toll on my body, on my back, mostly because of when I used to jump my back because I landed heavily on it, and my feet because of the skates. It puts pressures on the bones and sticking out. At the moment, after taking a break from synchro, I'm going to go into ice dance solo, just to keep the skating going. Otherwise, I don't think I'd carry on if I didn't have any future plans. Well, last year I competed with synchro in the competition. We managed to make it to the World Championships in Italy, and that was 2 weeks ago. And I used to do figure skating, on my single skating on my own, and used to compete in competitions all around the UK and England mostly. Preparation for competitions and stuff is it's a long process, because when I used to do synchro, we used to do 2 hours off ice before the competition, and then 2 hours just in the training rooms, and it was it's a lot. It's very hard to do. I've done solo, pairs, and synchro, and now I'm gonna do ice dance. I think there's 5, speed skating included, but I haven't done that.
I'm absolutely rubbish at ice skating, but I can see somebody's better than me. Now we're back and we have our presenter challenge on the go. What are we thinking? We have the food displayed all in front of you. Have you got any ideas yet?
Not
No?
one idea in my head right now.
Yeah. Well, luckily we'll be having our guest Tom helping me to judge. So your challenge, you have 3 minutes to come up with a nutritional meal from the ingredients in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So The ingredients we have, and this is for the first time that we're seeing them now. I've got a cucumber, an egg. I'm guessing that's not a raw egg.
We have some peppers here. We also have some pasta.
Tomatoes. Oh, teddy bear ham.
I've got some nice creamy coleslaw here.
I've got some crunchy salad.
And we can have some grapes if we want some.
Got some tuna. Some wraps.
And we also have some sauces if we want anything, some mayonnaise and some salad cream.
Well, there's
everything, I think.
Quite an odd combination there, girls, but do you accept the challenge?
Yes. Okay.
You have to, you have no choice, so you have to. Right, so are you ready?
Okay, yes.
Right, counting down, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Right, what are you going for? You're going for pepper. Watch that knife though.
Yeah.
Okay, watch your fingers.
It's healthy, so I'm
And
going with the pepper.
just going straight for the salad.
I might regret
Okay,
this.
don't forget the seeds though.
Because that's what
That's the rule of...
yeah, my mum told
I'm
me
actually helping you here. What are you doing over here?
I'm gonna
One-sided.
I think I'm gonna do a bit of salad first.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna maybe make a little wrap of something, but
Okay.
A wrap.
Can we not tell it?
You want to keep it a secret, do you?
That's a little.
So you've both gone for the pepper, which looks amazing. Different colours, that's fine.
Not too nicking your idea, don't worry.
All right, then you better not.
Okay.
You don't want the other half.
We haven't touched the Billy Bear ham yet. Do you think you'll...
Not yet. Good idea. I used to eat this when I was little.
Don't forget you've got your sauces, you've got your salad cream. Right, hurry up guys, you've got 2 minutes. Minute's already gone.
Oh my gosh, this is the quickest minute I think I've ever experienced.
Throw it all in, throw it all in.
I'm just wasting time opening the ham.
You spent 30 seconds
wasting
trying to open
time
the packet. Right, what are you doing? Pepper wrap so far.
Yeah, I don't want big chunks.
Going for the luxury ham.
Yeah.
Not the standard Billy Bear. Nothing wrong with Billy Bear ham. I absolutely love it. It tastes amazing. I might actually... No, better not. Right. Watch that knife. Watch that knife.
It's all good.
What about the egg? Have you thought about anything you can do with that?
It's not raw. It might take too long to open it up. So.
Right, guys, you haven't got much time left now.
Oh no. Do you think that will go well?
But just over 1 minute to go. So that's looking really nice, actually. Well done.
Oh, thanks.
You're doing great as well, you know. That pasta looks really nice, actually.
I'm going to move that out of the way there.
She's got the coleslaw.
Okay.
Diving in for the coleslaw.
I've got this. I think my meal may be a bit big, but I think this is quite healthy so far.
Okay. Oh, on with the sauce. I think it's a seal broken. See? 45 seconds to go, guys.
Before I would try and squeeze it, but apparently they don't.
I think I've basically made my meal already, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe I'll add a bit more salad over here.
Coming up with 30 seconds to go, guys. That's a really full wrap, actually.
Yep, that's what I want. Nice full wrap.
Some salad here on the side.
Great.
Right.
Yeah. I think I'm... Oh no.
15, 14, 13, 12,
You want to hurry up
11,
there,
10, 9, 8, hurry up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Stop! Right.
I think this is the worst meal I've possibly ever made in my life.
You did well, you did
Salad
well.
cream was open.
Right, so time's up and let's see what you've made. So come over here, Tom, our guest. If you can help me judge, that would be great.
Yeah,
What do you think about this? How have they done?
Shall I explain what I've done here?
Go for it.
Yeah, if you give me a run through of what you've put in
I've got
here.
a side of grapes because one of your 5 a day.
Because she can't be paid, that's
in the
why.
wrap, which is falling apart, I've got some of the pasta, some cucumber peppers. I probably should have put some sort of meat in there, but it's a vegetarian option.
Would you tend to put pasta usually in a wrap?
No, but just working with what I've got.
Experience.
Good job.
It's experimenting, that's what it's about.
Okay,
What about
I've got some of this ham inside my wrap, along with some lettuce and peppers and some tomatoes. So it's a bit of a ham salad wrap. I've got some of these lovely crouton things on the side with a bit of coleslaw and a side of grapes.
Brilliant.
So would you think an athlete would eat any of this?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, there's no food that you cannot eat. Every food has a nutritional value, and it's looking to work that into your daily plan.
Do you think you'll enjoy that, wouldn't you?
I'm not sure about the pasta. I think I'll regret
Well, you made
putting that
it,
in
so no excuses.
Oh, I've got a bit of cucumber falling off the end as well. Oh,
Right.
no.
Right, quick decision then. Which one do you think is the winner?
Probably for presentation, that one.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
What do you mean presentation?
Thank you very much.
That's great. Oh dear.
It's what's on the inside that counts, isn't
Now,
it?
to conclude our health and fitness special, we're going to take a look at our last athlete of the day. Luckily for Tom Haberfield, his dream came true and his hobby when his hobby turned into his ambition and career. From a young age, he had played rugby for local teams and in school, and now he's a professional rugby player playing for the Ospreys rugby team. We were fortunate enough to catch a few moments of his time to take us through his journey.
I started playing rugby when I was in primary school, and I'm lucky enough to be doing it now full time, playing for the Ospreys. I started playing rugby when I was about 9 years old. Played for my local side in Bridgend, and then went on to play for Wales under-16s, under-18s, under-20s and Wales 7s, and I've always played scrum half, so I haven't really had a ton of positions, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. One of my greatest accomplishments playing rugby is playing for Wales under-20s in the Junior World Cup and beating New Zealand. My goal for the future is to play rugby for Wales. I'd be really grateful if I can achieve that. I think playing sport's really important. Obviously keeps you fit and healthy. There's a lot of obesity around these days. It's a great way to stay fit and make friends. I got a lot of friends from playing rugby and hopefully be friends for a long time. I do have more responsibilities, not just turn up to training. Go around the different clubs in the Ospreys area, working with young children and trying to promote the rugby around Swansea and Bridgend. A typical week for me is training maybe 3-4 times a week. We go in, maybe do some weights, some skills and some rugby in the afternoon. We'll always have a day off in the week to rest up and then a light session for a game on the weekend. If I didn't play rugby, I'd probably want to play football because of the salary they get and that seems like a good life.
It's so nice to hear positive things coming out of Wales, and I'm pretty sure I heard about that school in the news recently.
That's right, Rebecca. The Wales Online recently wrote an article about Brynteg Comprehensive School in Bridgend, saying it was like a rugby-producing factory. It has had 19 Welsh cap players like Gavin Henson and Rees originating from there.
Wish I went to that school.
Me too. Now, Rebecca, I'm sure the Exposure viewers don't want to hear anything about that. So moving swiftly on, this is the last update of today, and we've had plenty of you tweeting in. So firstly, Abby Daisy, thank you for tweeting in, Abby. She says, Cardiff Blues, but they're now red. I'm no football fanatic, but that's just confusing. #Exposure launch. I'm with you on that one, Abby, but I've always been confused by football. Jennifer Noble has got in touch saying, loving the show so far. I should be doing work, but can't stop watching. Good luck, girls. Has that got anything to do with today's guest? Maybe. Anyway, right, that's unfortunately the last HUD update of the programme, but I do have one final request. If you could all please tweet in to @ExposureUSW your favourite foreign word. It can be absolutely anything. And use the hashtag #InternationalUSW. You can find out why in the 3:30 show.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks, Charlotte. We really hope you enjoyed the first episode of Exposure TV 2014 as much as we have.
And we hope that some of these people have inspired you. Tune in next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.